Good morning, everyone. I, Dr. Neha Kapoor, welcome all of you to the today's webinar organized on the theme of nature conservation by Green Community, Suresh Gyan Bihar University, Jaipur. In the today's era, the conservation of Mother Nature is a matter of great concern, as due to the ever increasing advancements by the human beings, the natural resources are being exploited at a much faster pace. As it is said that a healthy environment is the foundation for a stable and healthy society. So conserving our natural resources by keeping the needs and interests of the human beings in mind, it may help in the growth of biological, economic, cultural and recreational values. So keeping all these things in mind and to spread the awareness for the conservation of Mother Nature, that today's webinar has been organized by the Green Community. And we have among with us Professor Abhay Saxena, who is Dean at Dev Sanskriti Vishwavidyalaya, Haridwar, Uttarakhand with us. And I welcome you, sir, to this session. And I think that all the participants will enjoy this session, this enlightening session on the conservation of Mother Nature. Uh, I request Dr. Lokesh Gambhir to welcome our keynote speaker of the day. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much, Dr. Neha. And indeed, it's my immense pleasure to host the session and to welcome the eminence in form of Professor Abhay sir. He always has been a source of inspiration for me and for many of the young aspirants in the field of technology and applied sciences and rather than applied sciences in overall in the way a person should conduct his whole life, he is like a mentor to all of us. Now let me begin by saying that yes, the theme is very relevant. The today's webinar is based on a theme of nature conservation, and it's basically a kind of awareness that we want to propagate among our young minds and the colleagues and the fraternity, complete fraternity. The main aim of our community, that is Green Community, that is hosted in Suresh Gyanvia University. The Green Community is active from past many years, and we are regularly conducting the programs for environment conservation, motivating the people to become aware of the importance of the environment, how to go about for conserving the mother nature. And perhaps in the past 2 years, we are actually realizing what is the necessity and how necessarily we should maintain a harmony with the nature, which is the apt title that has been proposed by our esteemed speaker for today's session. That is the harmony with nature, an approach to build a sustainable society. So the key words that you should take away is the harmony and the sustainable society. That is the requirement of today's in the today's scenario globally, and perhaps more relevant to our national aspect. Now, when we are talking about nature conservation, we at Green Community are dedicated towards going for the awareness and also to bridge the gap between the students and the eminent speakers that are there in the fraternity, in the science fraternity. So it's again a promising feat for all the students that are roping in. Not only students, I will take a leap further to inform all the participants that our eminent speaker for today, Professor Abhay Saxena sir, is very well renowned for conducting multiple faculty induction programs, faculty development programs, nationally, internationally sponsored by AICTE, UGC, and many more for funding agencies. Now, it's a great opportunity for me to welcome you, sir, Professor Abhay Saxena sir, on this platform uh, of, of Green Community, Suresh Gyanvia University, and I'm eagerly waiting from past you can say 3 or 4 days or past week since we talked, and you humbly agreed for giving your narration, giving your stream narration, and so are the remaining of the people. Now I'll like to invite Dr. Neha to please kindly welcome the sir and proceed with the session, and everybody is eagerly waiting for this particular narration. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. It is a matter of great pleasure for me to introduce Abhay sir to all our delegates that have joined this session. Professor Abhay Saxena, he is a Dean of School of Technology, Management and Communication and Professor Computer Science at Dev Sanskriti Vishwavidyalaya, Haridwar, Uttarakhand, India. He is a visiting professor for Budapest Business School, Hungary, National Formosa University, Taiwan. He had been appointed as an honorary research fellow for 2 years by University of Malaysia. He had also delivered technical talks in Swinburne University, Malaysia, University of Malaysia, Yunlin University, Taiwan, along with his contribution and participation in national and international workshop conferences across India as well as abroad. In his 28 years of teaching and industry experience, he had authored 12 books on discrete areas of core computing like computer networks, DBMS, e-commerce, web technology, net framework, life management, human values, IoT, futuristic computing, and Vedic informatics. However, many upcoming books are in the pipeline who are mainly focused upon blockchain or global well-being. He had been associated with many international conferences in the capacity as keynote speaker and reviewer. There are many international and national communities to which he has been associated, like in Turkey, Dubai, Kuala Lumpur, etc. He had completed a couple of research projects with USERC DST Uttarakhand. He had established a couple of center of excellence in Vedic informatics and green computing at Dev Sanskriti Vishwavidyalaya. At present, Dr. Saxena is a lifetime dedicated volunteer of All World Gayatri Parivar under the aegis of Pandit Sri Ram Sharma Acharya, serving the community and mankind. Uh, Without taking much of time, I welcome again Abhay sir to this webinar, and I would request you to proceed with the session ahead.
Thank you, Professor Neha Kapoorji,
Thank
Professor Lokesh Gambhirji, and all the fraternity of the Suresh Gyan Vihar University and students. Thank you for the kind words, Dr. Neha ji and Professor Lokesh ji. Like, I am touched by the way the green community is being working under the Suresh Gyan Vihar University as the Nature Conservation Awareness Program. I'm so happy that someone is taking the lead. There was a story of Sukrat when he was moving into a daylight with a lamp, and everyone was anxious. Why is moving in the daylight with a lamp? Someone asked me, you looks to be a philosopher, you looks to be a knowledge bearer, a torch bearer of entire Greece, a country, and you're still moving with a lamp in a day. He said that let me search out someone who can easily torch, who can easily bear the responsibility of taking the knowledge into a definite part of the world. So I think the Gyan Vihar University is taking a serious concrete step in order to manage the nature conservation and the green community that is the need of the. So as usually I start my things with a Gayatri month. A Gayatri month is a basic hymn from the Vedic Richas, which says that, "O Lord, kindly motivate our intellect towards the righteous path." It's not of me or mine, it is meant for the collective consciousness. And that's what the lead of the hour. That if I become a wisdom wise person, it's not going to make any change. But if we collectively we are the wise persons, then definitely it will make a big change into the society. So those who knows the Gayatri Mantra, well and good enough. Otherwise, you can just pray for the well-being of one and all. Om Bhurbhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Hiyo Yonah Prachodaya. In the divine presence of my Almighty Guru Sattva Pandit Sri Ram Sharma Acharya, Professor Lokesh ji, Professor Neha ji, all the fraternity of the Suresh Gyan Vihar University and dear students. Sir, should I present the PPT over here or it is located?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, just a second for me. I'm likely to. So here we go. So thank you very much for sparing the time and meeting on the virtual platform. And whenever we say harmony, I remember one of the word which is given by one of my senior colleague. अगर जीवन में हारमोनी चाहिए तो हार मानना सीख लीजिए. जब परिवार के सदस्यों से बात हो या अपनों से लड़ाई हो तो हार मान लेना चाहिए. And this is what the harmony is in the nature. An approach to build a sustainable society. The question is why we need a society, and it should be unsustainable. The question is, the society is somewhat where each and everyone want to live in peace, harmony, well-being, and to be in coherence with each other. The world is coherence. Because जैसे कहते हैं ना कि आप अगर किसी के साथ रह रहे हो तो सबसे ज़्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट एस्पेक्ट है वो है आपका उसके साथ में तालमेल. So harmony makes us to understand how to be that the quality of performance with each other, the quality of sustenance with each other, the quality of life that is important. Let's look out the sound of the nature. Listening to nature make us realize that we are a part of that ecological world. Look around. Whenever you go to a particular, you can say, into the natural forest, or when you go to a sightseeing, you feel connected with the nature. I remember one of the story, which usually is from a sports person. खिलाड़ी था, जूडो का था. उसे ऐसा लगता था कि अपना अच्छा परफॉर्म नहीं कर पा रहा. जब भी वो भीड़ में जाता था तो वो अपने आप को तैयार नहीं कर पाता. Sometimes feels so that these people who are around me are not making to perform well. So his master was watching from far distance, and suddenly he realized that this boy is not able to perform because of the people around him. So he just called him, tapped him on his shoulder, and took him to a forest. And he showed him one of the stream. Say, look, how does he form as a stream? You see, it is beautiful. It's moving, flawless. So that's what the master wants to say to him. But look out the stream. She is not blocked by the stones which are coming in her path. She's not being at least moving with the natural flow. Why don't you are able to focus with these people around? Let them be there. जिस तरह से नदी इन पत्थरों को आराम से उनके ऊपर से निकलते हुए अपना रास्ता तय कर लेती है, शायद हमारी भी नियति ऐसी ही होनी चाहिए कि in spite of all the odds we are even. And that's what the lesson we should learn from the nature. We make lots of efforts in order to disturb the nature, but the nature quality is sound, rock sound, and then move in his own pace. We'll take this subject later on. We have a beautiful mantra into the Vedas. Om Deva Shanti, Antariksh Shanti, Prithvi Shanti, Rapa Shanti, Raushadya Shanti, Vanaspatiya Shanti, Vishwe Deva Shanti, Shanti Brahma Shanti, Sarvam Shanti, Shanti Rev Shanti, Sama Shanti Riddhi, Om Shanti, Shanti Shanti. Let there be a peace in the entire cosmos. Let there be a peace in the entire world. Let there be peace in the entire earth, in all the habitats, all the Brahman, and with all the living and non-living creatures. They must be into a peace. Like if we are the follower of the Vedic science, we are the voluminous nature of the Vedic scriptures, right from the Upanishad, Veda, Aranya, Brahman, Smriti, and the list goes on. Being a follower of these beautiful treatises, being the knowledge owner of these beautiful treatises, why we are not able to live into the harmony, that's a question for one and all. That is a question which everyone needs to be addressed. And yes, it's not a matter of government, it's a matter of only certain associations are likely to. each and every participant, each and every member on this earth needs to understand that we are the part of this self-regulatory complex system. That is the concepts of Gaia. Let me talk about. When Aristotle, he put it very nicely. जब हमारे अत्यंत ही दुख के क्षण होते हैं, जब गहन कुहासा छा चुका होता है, तब शायद हम प्रकाश की ओर इंगित होते हैं, तब शायद हम प्रकाश अपने अंदर ढूंढते हैं. And that's what the need of the hour. There is ecological turbulence. We all know there are various factors which are affecting the entire cosmic global system. We can say there are many factors which are defining and that needs to be redefined in order to sustainable development. But still, that needs, that light should be come from somewhere. From the last 2 years, we all are moving into a natural calamity, that is a COVID-19. There are lots of egos all around. There are lots of ifs and buts. Lockdown, mental lockdown, that is being addressed by all of us, and that's why we are here. In this, all the odds, look at the nature. I had been in Hardwar from last 29 odd years. I have never seen the Ganges so pure during the COVID-19 scenario. एक आप हाथ में से पानी लेकर के जब आप देखते हैं ना, तो आपको ऐसा महसूस होता है कि शायद ये वही पानी है जो कि गंगोत्री के उद्गम से निकलता है. Those who have went up to the Gangotri, they must have realized what quality of water it is from the origin. But as it travels to the Ganga Sagar, and you all know the story of how the Ganges become. But the beauty of the nature is that the nature knows how to heal itself. We the people are missing these aspects. So it's a humble request to one and all. Kindly look for your nature. There is an outer nature, there is an inner nature. I will take this in the later part. But nature knows how to heal the things. These are the streets of the European countries. Look out. The animals are searching where are the human beings. Like deserted roads and the wandering animals in search of human beings. Can we make this a permanent fiction? No, we cannot. Because we are the human beings who are supposed to conquer the world. We are the human beings who are supposed to rule the world. And there is no space for the animal except for eating them. This is harsh, but that's the true reality of the human being. इस संसार में मनुष्य को सिर्फ इसलिए बनाया गया था कि वो सबके साथ सामंजस्य बिठा सके, प्यार सहकार और सबको जी और जीने देव की उत्पत्ति के साथ आगे बढ़ सके. Surprisingly, we are so concerned with our understanding, with our satisfaction of our ego, or we just want to rule the world in any way or any of the way. But this is the reality when nature was healing itself. There are many lessons that we had from the COVID-19. In Hindu 2020, there's an article which shows in the 90 cities the air quality improves. Look at the metropolitan cities, Delhi, Mumbai. You can say, maybe I'm not sure about the Jaipur and the prominent cities in the Rajasthan, but yes, the air quality is so devastating that we just want to run off from the Delhi. If we are supposed to Delhi for any reason, we try to come back as soon as possible because we cannot live in that air quality. But the COVID has improved the quality of air. When you look around into the COVID time, everyone knows one beautiful thing, what is yoga and how to do meditation. Like if you just look around 10 years back, nobody cares what is yoga and what is meditation. But now everyone knows what is the quality of that life. And by looking around, when the people are just leaving this world in one way or another in the COVID-19, and we were just those special species, we can say, or where we are the chosen one, or we are the luckiest one who had survived this phase. Quality of life does matter. That's what the one lesson we have in COVID-19. How many years you live, it doesn't matter. How you live, that does matter. Maybe think of that, like you just cannot elongate the time that you have. Like हर इंसान को नियमित सांसें मिली है ना, एक उससे ज़्यादा ले सकता है ना उससे कम ले सकता है। वस्तुतः क्या है, इंसान सिर्फ सांसों का चलता फिरता ऊर्जा नहीं। सांसें तो अगर भगवान ने सब कुछ ठीक रखा तो मशीनें भी लेने लगेंगी, पर जो सोच, जो समझ, जो विवेकशीलता, दया, क्षमता, ममता, करुणा, मैत्रेय, ये सारे जो गुण हैं, they are the part of the human life. Believe me, if you know the basic phenomena of jaan hai to jahan hai, then only you can move ahead in the life. I would like to quote Ma Amrita Anandamayi. She is a saint, she is a philosopher, and she has a beautiful wisdom around. Those who are able to reach her, they can feel the bliss, they can feel the wisdom. And she said very rightly, first the human mind should be harmonized, then the harmony of the nature spontaneously takes place. Manushya ka man, someone asked Lord Krishna, sorry, Arjun asked Lord Krishna, Chanchalami mana Krishna. Oh Lord, my mind is very bended. It moves here and there. Can you suggest me some way how I can control my mind? Lord Krishna very rightly said, Abhyasen tu kaunteya vairagyan chagrihite. You can control it by two things. One is abhyas, that's a regular practice, and vairag, that is detachment. So the key thing is that regular practice and detachment can make you to move into this world. So when we look around the world or our Mother Earth, we found that this is the vibe, you can say, that जागृत जीवंत और जागृत planet है। अगर अर्थ में ध्यान से देखें, there are so many lives, so many species, so many people around, so many living creatures are around, and we, the human being as a people, are there. Are we in the peace or we in the chaos? Are we prosperity? Are we in prosperity or we are just looking for what we not have? जो प्राप्त है वो पर्याप्त है, या हम ये सोच रहे हैं कि दिल मांगे मोर, दिल मांगे मोर, दिल मांगे मोर, and that more never ends. And lastly, how the people have the partnership with the ecological balance, maybe with the trees, maybe with the various species, living creatures which are moving around us. And look out, if someone can just drop in to the Haridwar or maybe in our campus, there are lots of birds I have seen in last 1.5 years. They are flittering around, and their noise makes me feel happy. Because I haven't seen this type of species in my area from last 28 years. But surprising, from last 1.5 years, I can find some various species of the birds which are chirping around. And then their sound in the early morning around 4 to 4:30, that makes you feel that you are with the nature. So it's my humble request, being a human being, it can be a chance that you have a birth as a human being. Being human.
Excuse me, sir.
Sure.
Sorry to interrupt you, sir. Sir, the slides are not moving. Okay, now it is moving. Okay, sir.
Okay.
Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
How much time we have? 10 minutes?
So we have half an hour, no issues.
No, it's okay. We have 45 minutes schedule, right?
Okay, sir.
Thank you. Should I move ahead?
Yes, sir, please.
Thank you. So the important aspect is the cosmic harmony. If you look around the cosmos and if you sit sometimes in silence, I don't say that sit in meditation or do some spiritual exercise. No, I'm not propounding on that, not I am feeling so, because it is our nature of human being to be spiritual. If someone is imposing you to be spiritual, please don't do that. Because because it comes from the inner consciousness, and when it is comes into that way, that is the synchronization with the नाद, cosmic नाद, that is say एक ऐसा ब्रह्मांडीय नाद इस विश्व ब्रह्मांड में गुंजरित हो रहा है जो कि सतत अनवरत हो रहा है, और जब हम उसके साथ सिंक होते हैं, then that is a beautiful Om and that beautiful नाद, and that is what likely to be the true nature of human being, the true nature of all living being, to be in cosmic harmony. There are various ways. I'd like to quote James Lovelock. He has given the word Kaya. What he said that living organism interacts with the ecosystem for a self-regulatory complex system. The entire globe is in a system which is self-regulating. अपने आप में चल रहा है वो, उसमें कहीं ये नहीं कि मैंने आकर के उसमें मैकेनाइज्ड वे में रन करना है. नो, the day and night they comes in their own way, the seasons comes in their own way, the solar system exists in their own way. Every living being knows how to sustain themselves in their own way, and that is what the cosmic harmony is all about. So all we need to do is the three beautiful things, BMS, that is body, mind and soul. इम्बैलेंस जो हमारे जीवन में हो गया है, उसे बैलेंस करने की बात है. शरीर तो हमने बहुत सजाया, मन के अनुसार हम बहुत चले, पर हमने आत्मा की ओर कब देखा? शायद कभी भी नहीं. And we have to reorganize the things. Let's look out for the soul which is inside us, which is likely to be travel with us into entire births. And the mind is supposed to be calmed down in such a way that body is like a temple. If you look your body as a temple, the mind as a deity, and the soul is the connecting creature from this microcosmos to macrocosmos. ये यात्रा तो अनंत की है. जहाँ पे पंचभूत का शरीर है, वैसे ही पंचभूत की आपको सभी तत्व देने में. So as the aspect of the lecture was to harmonize ourselves with the nature. Look at the solar system, look at the ant farms, look at the balance of daylight and darkness, the moon phases affect the tides, the 4 seasons, and the bees pollination flower, they all comes into the natural phenomena. Self-regulatory, self-defined, but complex system. So this is how the nature is, and you just have to harmonize yourself from one thing or another. As I was telling you earlier, these are the 5 beautiful elements. कुछ ऐसा खूबसूरत होता था कि लोगों को इन पांचों ही तत्वों पे they knows how to govern. The rishis have that concern about they knows all these 5 basic elements, and with these 5 basic elements, entire cosmos is being generated. So we need to be governed on these 5 aspects. Kshitijal, Pavan, Gagan, Samira. It says beautifully the ether, air, fire, water, earth. And if you know how to execute with these 5 elements, you can earn all the Ashtasiddhi Navniti. We know Lord Hanumana, Ashtasiddhi Navniti ke data. So there are Adima, Lagima, Mahima. This is not the subject today, but these are these and these which we can earn if we know how to work out with these 2 beautiful words. As I said you earlier, human being and harmony are 2 sides of the same coin. One is the outer harmony, another is the inner harmony. And if you harmonize yourself in both the ways, the balance of imbalance, then only we can say we are harmonized with the nature. Let's see them both one by one. Outer harmony, that is looking out the window. Like we are searching outside, the peace, happiness, the truth, we are searching outside. But these are the beautiful words which resides in your. And that's why he says, Satchidanandaham, Aham Tattvamasi. These are not Vedanta words. These are the living aspects of the life which one needs to be focused on. So when you said we are on the outer harmony, that is the sustainable development. Conscience with the global thoughts, emotions and belief. Live when others let live. जियो और जीने दो, in coherence with the global peace and the prosperity. मैं ही नहीं, संपूर्ण संसार. जब हम इस सोच के साथ आगे बढ़ते हैं, तब शायद हम बेहतर हार्मोनाइज्ड हो सकते हैं. मेरा आपसे निवेदन है कि आप अपने आप को जरूर एक बार इस आईने में देखें. हाउ टू बी important aspect of the sustainable development. How to be in coherence with the global peace and prosperity. These are not the beautiful words. These are the identity of the Hindu religion, or you can say that we are not defining Hindu, Muslim, Sikh. We are not defining that. We are talking about the humanity. If you are in the live and live other live, that means you are just propagating the better conscience of the how to live beautifully in this world. Without what the European Union is talking about the 6 steps achieving sustainable development goals. The world they are expecting to be in the 2050 digital revolution, the Sophia, the citizenship of the Saudi Arabia. My new researchers are more on the wisdom analytics, and I am working more on the wise boards. कि किस तरीके के wisdom robots होंगे जो हमारे जीवन को बेहतर बनाएंगे. They are not supposed to replace us. They are supposed to support us. तो एक digital revolution with the help of AI, big data, biotech, nanotech, इन सब के साथ होने वाली है. The second aspect is likely to be the human capacity and the demography. When we say human capacity, that means quality of education, quality of health, how to overcome the aging process. Surprisingly, if you all know it, that the aging population or aging problem is the biggest problem for the America, Europe, and Japan. In 2040 onwards, the entire Asia and Africa are the continents where the younger generation will be. So this is a serious challenge for the humanity. Third thing is about the consumption and production. Resources, use them well, use them sensibly. Circular economy, sufficiency, pollutions. These are pollutions on various levels. And then decarbonization energy. Our Honorable Prime Minister talks about the clean energy, renewable energy. The entire United Nations is being worried about that. How to energy access, efficiency, electrification, decent services, food, biosphere, and the water. That needs to be clean water, clean biosphere, clean food, and sustainable food for the smart cities. So the smart cities are likely to be a city where human beings will be there and humanites will be there. City which will be dealing with the human beings and the robots on the subsequent level. We are the initial stage of the smart cities. What I can perceive in the futuristic smart cities will be where there will be robots in the parking area, robots as a Ram Kaka. They are helping you in each and every aspect. They are in the lifts, they are in the say entrance of the apartments, then in the service area, in the malls, in every aspect of the life. So the smart city is that is the decent housing, mobility, sustainable infrastructure with the very less of fuel pollution. So when you move around this type of world, when you think of this type of world, there is a need for each and everyone to look into it. And when you are supposed to look into it, that means every change starts from you. My Master Pandit Shri Ram Sharma Acharya said very rightly, अपना सुधार संसार की सबसे बड़ी सेवा है. आप जो गुण दूसरे में देखना चाहते हैं, क्या वो आपके अंदर है? That is important. If you're pointing one finger towards the other, the 3 fingers are pointing towards yourself, and that's what we have to move from the outer harmony to the inner harmony. When you look around.
Excuse me, sir.
Sure.
Sorry to interrupt you, sir. Sir, your slide is not moving. I think so. You have shared a window, but you are on full screen mode. In that case, the slides won't move. Yeah, I think now you have escaped it. Sir, either you go on to full screen or you can move the slide like this. Yeah, now it is moving.
Sure. So, like
Okay, sir.
this is what I was talking about. European
Yes,
Union
sir.
Hub Word in 2050, and that it needs digital revolution, human capacity, consumption, decarbonization, food biosphere, smart cities. So, moving ahead, this is what the inner harmony is all about. आपकी सोच में, आपकी समझ में और आपके व्यवहार में। जब तक बैलेंस नहीं होगा, यू कैन नॉट कनकर द वर्ल्ड एंड इट स्टार्ट्स फ्रॉम यू। आपने चाहे अपना माइंड देखा हो, चाहे बॉडी देखी हो, चाहे अपना सोल देखा हो, जब आप देखेंगे तभी उन प्रक्रियाओं से गुजरेंगे और अपने आप को कंटेंटेड और सेटिस्फाइड बनाएंगे। दीज आर द टू ब्यूटीफुल वर्ड्स। जो प्राप्त है वो पर्याप्त है, और जिसके पास संतोष होता है उसके पास जीवन में आगे बढ़ने के हर एक रास्ते होते हैं। So dear friends, when you said about the inner harmony, it should be in a way that you are an important aspect of this global world. You are an important aspect of this green community. You are an important aspect of the natural conservation awareness program. So you have to realize your potential and you have to act accordingly. Because if you act accordingly, then only the life is likely to change. So when I said the harmony, it should be harmony starts from the self, based on your actions, the power consumptions. When you move out from the room, try to switch off the lights. When you are using or shaving into the bathroom, just check around how much water you are wasting. And it should not be simple action. It should be in your conscience. आपके संस्कारों में होना चाहिए, आपकी सोच में होना चाहिए कि ये जो हार्मनी है वह सिर्फ शब्दों की नहीं है, ये व्यवहारिकता में भी आनी चाहिए. And it should be from your say subconsciousness that yes, I am in the harmony. I am likely to govern the things, and it should be and actions, conscience, and the intellect. जो बुद्धि है आपको, है ना, मन बुद्धि चित्त अहंकार, these are four beautiful aspects. But how to harmonize four of them into so that you can able to learn something from them, you can able to present something from them. Like जहाँ तक लोग सोच नहीं सकते वहाँ से कहीं शुरू होना चाहिए आपको, and that's what this self is all about. Swami Vivekananda moved when he moved to Chicago and when he delivered the things over there. Then only the people realized that that is the India is all about. सिर्फ भारत सपेरों का देश नहीं है, सिर्फ भारत व्यवहारिकता के अभाव का देश नहीं है, ज्ञान गुण कर्म स्वभाव की एक विचारणा का नाम भारत. And then this is what Swami Vivekananda has done for our nation, and we should follow these traditions. It's not a effort of Professor Lokesh ji or Professor Neha to work out on the green community. It is our collective efforts that will make the things much better. Like when you said that United Nations in December 21, they passed the resolution on harmony of the nature. They talked about the nature policy and the nature law. So these are the things that is likely to be happening into the global environment. People are concerned, people are talking about that. But yes, we individual has to make efforts in order to make the things. Look around. Okay. See the Industry 4.0 and Industry 5.0. I have written a recent paper on the Education 5.0, that is Society 5.0, how it is likely to be. You can find it on the Google. When you say Industry 4.0, that is the economics of scale only. But in Industry 5.0 will work on the value-based society. The importance of value into day-to-day life, that is likely to be talked about. Uniformity was there in Industry 5.0, but Industry 5.50 is likely to give exposure to diverse activities. एकीकरण से विकेंद्रीकरण की ओर, decentralized to decentralized, equal opportunity for all, vulnerability, but there is a resilience, लचीलापन होगा समाज में, देखने सुनने समझने की थोड़ी व्यावहारिकता ज्यादा होगी. And then when you look at the Industry 4.0, that is mass consumption of resources. Resources का उपयोग करो, तो बहुत पे आ गया है. जबकि सस्टेनेबिलिटी और सोशल हार्मनी की बात इंडस्ट्री 5.0 करता है, और शायद यही हमारे जीवन का सत्य है कि वी हैव टू मेक अ ब्यूटीफुल एनवायरनमेंट सो दैट वी कैन हैव सम सोशल हार्मनी विद वन एंड ऑल. सो लेट मी फिनिश इट विद दिस एज इट इज ऑलरेडी 43 minutes from my clock, that his whole world is our extended family. This is a beautiful verse from the Mahopanishad, Adhyay 4th Shlok. Ayam nijana paroveti gananam laguchet samudar charitranam tu vastuyo. People with evolved consciousness, they embrace the entire world as a family. Just I am underlining the word evolved consciousness. Consciousness is clear in each and every one, but it's not about ये मेरा है, बस ये मुझे ही चाहिए, इसमें सिर्फ मेरा ही अधिकार है। जिस इस छोटी सोच के साथ जब लोग आगे बढ़ते हैं ना, then they only try to define this is a friend and this is a stranger. But we belongs to those community, we belongs to those values, Vedic values, where we see the entire world is a family. Whatever the species we are looking for, what the trees, plants, animals, we worship everything, all because we see the Brahm in that. Ek Satyam Bauddha Vipravada. The Brahm is one only. The professors or the preachers or the researchers. So rishis are what? They are the researchers. They have made the experiment on their own body and they come up with certain sets of good sahitas. That is the results into the form that less. Look, I have done these experiments on my life and these are the beautiful moments I have captured. Let it for the everyone. So if you want to live into this world, live with the open hand. कहते हैं कि आप 100 हाथों से कमाइए और 1000 हाथों से लौटाइए, परमात्मा आपको देगा। यह सोच हमारी होनी चाहिए कि ये एक दिन की बात ना हो कि हम सिर्फ ग्रीन कम्युनिटी की बात कर रहे हैं, हम नेचर कंजर्वेशन की अवेयरनेस की बात कर रहे हैं। नो, अवेयरनेस जिसे कहते हैं ना, बोधिसत्व इज वाज important. We know that Lord Buddha attained wisdom under one tree, but that is not he is supposed to be. जब तक वो ज्ञान जो इसे कह सकते हैं बुद्धत्व का ज्ञान समूची वसुधा को नहीं मिला, तब तक शायद बुद्धत्व का पूर्ण नहीं हो सकता। ये खुशी है कि ज्ञान विहार यूनिवर्सिटी ने इतने सिंसियर एफर्ट्स किए हैं, इतने सालों से वो अपने कैरों में दिख रहा है। एंड आई हैव सीन ऑल द रिसर्च एनवायरनमेंट व्हिच इज बीइंग शोन अप बाय यूनिवर्सिटी। अब मैंने गूगल किया था एंड आई फील हैप्पी टू बी अ पार्ट ऑफ इट। So let's summarize the things in one beautiful story, that is the acres of diamond. ये सुनी भी होगी आपने, पर मैं फिर से आपको सुना देता हूँ। इसी साउथ अफ्रीका के 1925-26 की बात है। एक विद्वान वहाँ रहता था, उसके पास ढेर सारा खेत, अच्छी फसल होती थी, धन धान से परिपूर्ण था। But still someone approached him. Hey, what are you doing over here? Go for the diamonds. He said, what are the diamonds? It's a beautiful element, and if you can have 1 or 2 diamonds with you, you can become billionaire. उस आदमी पे एक बात बहुत जची, लखपति हो ना, करोड़पति बन, वो दिल मांगे वो, that's the beauty of the life. जिंदगी में जो प्राप्त है पर्याप्त नहीं है, कुछ और पाने की लालसा से उसने अपने सारा खेत बेच दिया। And he went for the entire South Africa from here to there, and then he searched out and he found nothing. एक उसने स्लिप छोड़ी, suicide mode, and he just committed suicide that I haven't found anything in this world, something like a diamond, and I am committing suicide. वही जो दूसरा आदमी था जिसने उस खेत को खरीदा था, एक दिन वो खेतों में घूम रहा था तो उसको कुछ पत्थर चमक से दिखे, उसने उन्हें साफ सूफ किया, लाया और उसे अपनी मेंटल पीस पर एक जौहरी वहां से गुजर रहा था, उसने देखा, said, where did you find these stones? He said, there are lots of stones of this type in my farm. देखते देखते वह आदमी हीरों के उस खान का मालिक बन गया। And that's what our life is all about. Why I have told you this story? हम बाहर ढूंढते हैं उन हीरों को, क्या बेहतर होगा हम अपने आप पर एक बार नजर डाल लें, तो शायद हमसे खूबसूरत हीरा परमात्मा ने संसार में बनाया ही नहीं। And you have to realize this thing into your personal and professional life. Don't try to search happiness and other things outside world. Look it around. You will find it in your life, in your family, in your children, in your wife, in your parents, and you'll find the satisfaction over there. The harmony starts from you, my dear friends, and it ends with you only. So make it a better choice. Like अंत में तो मुझे इतना ही कहना है कि हम सब एक खूबसूरत कहानी है, एक आज है कल नहीं होंगे। क्या बेहतर हो कि हम अपनी कहानी को इतनी शिद्दत से लिखें कि उसे लोग बार बार पढ़ें। Thank you very much for being so kind to me, and thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for such an enlightening session. I enjoyed it very much personally, and seriously, I liked the last line that you told, that it there is a need that हर एक इंसान को इस टाइम अवेयर होना चाहिए कि हमें कैसे हार्मनी मेंटेन रखनी है और हमें कैसे अपनी नेचर को कंजर्व करना है एंड अगर जब तक हम अपने जीवन में ये चीज नहीं ढालेंगे तो आगे लोगों को थैंक यू सो मच सर इट वाज exciting if you allow me you can see one question in chat box if you allow me I will ask
What to understand with evolved consciousness? जैसे अगर आप इवॉल्व कॉन्शियसनेस की बात करें जिसे कहते हैं चेतना का रूपांतरण रूपांतरण शब्द होता है दैट इज अ ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन ऑफ कॉन्शियसनेस फ्रॉम द माइक्रोकॉस्मोस टू मैक्रोकॉस्मोस। ब्रह्मांडीय ज्ञान को प्राप्त करने के लिए सिर्फ पंचभूत के शरीरों पर ही ध्यान नहीं दिया सकता। इस संसार में ऐसी बहुत सारी चीजें हैं जहां से चेतना का रूपांतरण होता है एंड दिस इज अ प्रोसेस। इफ यू लुक अराउंड द पतंजलि सेड्स कि आपके जीवन में अष्टांग योग होना चाहिए। स्टार्ट फ्रॉम द यम नियम, आसन, प्राणायाम, ध्यान, धारणा, समाधि, प्रत्याहार, ध्यान, धारणा, समाधि। So when you say the evolved consciousness, that means the consciousness of the collective approach that we need, and it starts from yourself. How you sustain। मैं ये नहीं कहता हूँ कि आप कितने बड़े आध्यात्मिक पुरुष बन जाइए, ओके, मैं ये जरूर चाहता हूँ कि आप एक अच्छे पति, एक अच्छे पिता, एक अच्छे सामाजिक कार्यकर्ता अगर आप बनेंगे तो आप सामाजिक चेतना को ज्यादा जस्टिफाइड कर सकेंगे। Hope it will serve the purpose.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Now I would request Dr. Lokesh Gambhir, sir, for the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Dr. Neha. What a wonderful session, sir. It's more than what we expected, actually. From starting from, first of all, the Gayatri month, taking us through a journey of developing an harmony, developing the ethics that are required for nurturing an individual who can actually contribute to the betterment of the society. And in terms of society, when we are talking about the society, in terms both whether we are talking about the human moral values or whether the most important we are talking about the harmony with the nature. So the complete summation and the complete narration was an amazing part. In fact, the best part what I loved was the 5 P's that you narrated. I always enjoyed that particular 5 P's, whether it's in terms of planet, people, partnership, peace, or prosperity. Actually the harmony between those 5 P's is this what you narrated us. And the most important part is the balance, as you told us that the balance is the best thing that a person can do in his life, whether we are talking about balance with the nature or whether we are talking about balance in their own life. So it's amazing. Although if you allow me, I just have one question, or it's a kind of an opinion. If you allow me, then I can maybe put it on the platform.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So, sir, in your opinion, what can be the initiatives that can be taken in terms of education reforms for our young children and young minds to inculcate the ethics of nature harmony or ethics of maintaining the harmony with the environment? We see that the new education policy that has been put forward by our honorable Prime Minister. So, in that, what sections that can be targeted so that a student who is coming out from 6th, 7th, and subsequently higher till he or she reaches towards 12th standard, he should already be very well versed with the aspects of environment and the need for maintaining the harmony with the nature.
Yeah, I do appreciate the question. Okay, see, it is a sense of every father, every mother, how to, like in last 2 years, they had been into the captive formats, they had been in a house, so they were not able to move around as we are moving into the nature. The first and foremost thing, once the corona, this period will be just wiped out, then it is better to take them with nature, going out with nature. The first thing that you can help out the students is to move into the nature, because that is the natural phenomenon they learn from there. How the birds chirps, moving out to forest or for a simple walk, because nature teaches in as many ways to our like we had learned from the nature. Like when we move around into our maybe for the students with we are moving, we just found that that the nature is more about the natural flow of water, the ecosystem, the philosophy, and that every soul is important. That's the basic message we have to give to the every child. Like when I see around, look around the people, that they usually find out that no, we have to decide how our boys or girls will be. One thing which one should be taken care, that let them be in the natural phenomena, and they can understand better than us. They can actually pull out the things in more efficient manner than what we are doing. So we have to give responsibility to the students. Let them come out with certain sets of social projects. Charity can be also be taught to them. That is equally important, because what we have created an education environment in which everything is eco-centered. Like if we look around from the ego-centered society to the social conscience society, then we are able to create generosity, humanity, the loving, compassion, the gratitude towards the nature. That is also important. Like we just gratitude to those people who are just for here for certain sets of, like, look around into the environment. We are creating the student in such a way that you had been in my university, then you can find this environment, change environment. Because हम बच्चों को सिर्फ पढ़ाते नहीं, है ना? We are not creating machines. हम उन्हें इंसान भी बनाते हैं. And I hope that ज्ञान विहार यूनिवर्सिटी is also paying attention towards them. कि हमें सिर्फ मशीनें नहीं पैदा करनी सर, कि हमने बस जाके काम कर लिया, पैकेज ले लिया एंड जॉब इज डन. जीवन की सच्चाई को कैसे जीवन में उतारा जाता है, हाउ टू play, how to don't become prey, like to play with the life, that is equally important. तो मेरी तो यही सोच है कि हमें अपने विद्यार्थियों को कैरेक्टर पे ध्यान देने के लिए सिखाना चाहिए, कल्चर पे ध्यान देने के लिए सिखाना चाहिए. देखिए कॉम्पिटेंसी तो ऑटोमेटिक डेवलप हो जाएगी when they are the professors like you, Dr. Neha, and rest of the professors in Gyan Vihar. Competency is not an issue. It is an issue that you should be more on your cultural roots, more on the character. Then only you can just talk about harmony with every subject. कि आप अपने जीवन में अच्छे कब बने? जब हमने अपने जीवन में कुछ चीजों को, कुछ आदर्शों को अपनाया. And that's what they anticipated from one and all, sir. कि हमें सभी के साथ कैसे प्यार के साथ रहना है, ये जरूर सिखाइए. आप बहुत अच्छे प्रोफेसर्स और एजुकेटर्स ना बनाइए, पर अच्छे इंसान जरूर बनाइए. That's what the need of the hour, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your detailed response. Actually, in line to your opinion, that is the thing that we at Gyan Vihar University is primarily focusing on, is to groom our students who are coming to us to become a better individual and to have a holistic grooming. We are very much focused to provide them the basic academics that is required in terms of their career upliftment, and also we are focusing on different activities just to inculcate and impart the basic ethical values that are actually required once a student is stepping out of the university. Because these days academic competencies will eventually be there inside every student, but the differentiator or the key differentiator is how you contribute to the society as a whole, as an individual. And perhaps your session completely enlighten us and summarizes us the every aspect that is there among in relation to the environment, and that is in itself the main motto of our green community, that we should be able to impart the ethical values to our students in order that they really from their heart understands why everybody is talking about awareness and everybody is talking about maintaining the balance with the nature. So with that, I'll also quote I'll also quote a sentence that you quoted right now, that don't be the prey, but play with your life and play it joyfully, so that you will realize that happiness is coming. And eventually you will see that is the difference, that a person who is earning a lakh rupee per month might not be happy, and a person who is earning 20,000 rupees month might be seen with a very beautiful smile with their family. That is the difference that we had understood, and people like you, the eminent people like you, have already always nurtured that those ethics in people like us, and we are imparting the same to our students. So with that, sir, I'll extend my profound gratitude, a humble thanks in front of you in your kind honor. You took our time on very short notice, and you gave us your wisdom. You provided us with your wisdom. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your wonderful session. It was an immense pleasure for me, and I hope it was the same for all the participants who wrote in, and all the students and the faculties would have taken the message what you wanted us to what you wanted us to understood. And again, my profound gratitude and thank you so much, sir. And also like to extend my thanks to our honorable management of Suresh Gyanga University for providing the platform to organize this particular webinar. I'll extend my humble thanks to Dr. Neha Kapoor for wonderfully moderating the session. And last but not the least, to all my wonderful students and colleagues and delegates across different states to join in and making this webinar a wonderful success. Thank you so much for your patience listening, and I hope the session was of immense pleasure and fruitful for you. And with a promise that we'll be keep on meeting with wonderful lectures and eminent speakers in future. This is me saying a final thanks to everyone present on the platform. Now I'll request Dr. Neha to go for the concluding remarks.
Thank you so much, sir. First of all, I would like to thank you, Abhay sir, that you took out time out of your busy schedule to deliver such a knowledgeable and enlightening session. I think every participant has enjoyed this session and they have noted the important points. And I hope each and everyone will, take the lesson that you have taught us today, and they will try to inculcate those things in their life. Thank you so much, sir, once again. And I also would like to thank, and I hope in our future sessions also everybody will participate with such an enthusiasm. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. And thank you so much, Abhay sir, for joining and delivering the session. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Neha. Thank you, Dr.
Thank you.
KC, and all the faculty of Ganga. Anyway, my warm regards to the entire management of your university. And love to see you personally sometime in the future. Thank you very much. Take care. All the best.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
So this is there is one announcement for all the participants. We will be sharing the feedback link via mail. So you can fill up the form to receive the certificate. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. I shall officially call this session closed. Thank you.